Hi YouTube, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an envelope stuffing and sinking fund stuffing video. This is going to be my first recorded envelope stuffing video. I used to do envelope stuffing about 10 years ago and kind of got moved away from it. But however, I'm recently married and my husband and I decided it would be a good idea for us to go back to the envelope stuffing in order to track our money a little bit better and tell our money what to do, since it is now joint money. So I'm going to get started with it. I'm going to start with my first binder, and this binder is pretty much all of our home stuff, and we're going to start with home renovations. And I do have my little paperweight here. Pop that there so this won't close back. But I am using a spreadsheet here, or a form here, and it's done by Pink's Budgets, and it is just a sinking fund tracker and a cash envelope tracker. I'm using that today to track what I put into my envelopes. So for home renovations, I'm going to add $100 to this envelope. And again, this is starting off brand new as newlyweds. Got married in October, and so we started off just kind of paying off some bills. Automotive is going to get $100 as well. So we just started off paying off some bills, and now that we paid off some credit cards, all of our credit cards anyway, we paid those off, and now we are just trying to start saving some money and building up an emergency fund, and also budgeting for some of the expenses that we know are going to come. So we'll go ahead and have some money set to the side. So HOA, we do have an HOA, Homeowners Association, in our subdivision. So I'm going to add $20 for the HOA. And just save up for this every month until it is due. Lawn care, we do have someone that comes by to cut our grass and also to fertilize the grass and keep the weeds down. So lawn care is going to get 80 bucks. 20, 40, 60, 80. I'll put this in the envelope. And the next thing is furniture. There are a couple of furniture needs that we have. My husband needs a new dresser, kind of updated, kind of second dresser is what we need. So we're going to put a little bit of money to the side for that as well. So I'm going to put in here 2 10s and 2 5s for 30 bucks. Okay, next is taxes. We're not sure what taxes we may incur, so we want to just have a little money set to the side if we happen to owe any taxes. So I'm going to add $50 to this taxes envelope. Okay, next thing is our savings challenge. Our goal is to save $6K this year, so I am going to add $250 to this envelope for the 6K savings challenge. Get 200s and a 50. All right, and add this in here, 250. Drop it in there. Okay, and that is all for this home binder. Y'all, I picked up this little paperweight. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I picked this paperweight up from Amazon, and I can link it below. But sometimes you just need to know that it's going to all be okay. So I fell in love with this the first time I saw it, so that it can be a message to me, to anybody who's watching this video, that whatever you're going through, whatever is happening in your life, it will all be okay. All right, my next binder is more of things that we want. It contains our retail therapy envelopes, so we'll get started with that. So for retail therapy, I am going to allocate 50 bucks for me. Double checking my spreadsheet. That is right. 50 bucks for me and to retail therapy. Just anytime you want to go and maybe get something, buy some clothes or something. But then my husband also wanted a retail therapy envelope, and he's not a huge clothes buyer, but however, he does love tennis shoes. Sometimes they're kind of ugly. Check this pair out right here. They're not too ugly, but he likes shoes, so we're gonna also add $50 to his retail therapy envelope as well. Vacation. Look at this nice little view here. But we would like to go on vacation at some point once things open back up and it's safe to travel responsibly out. We want to go somewhere, so we're going to go ahead and put money to the side and plan for our vacation. So I'm going to add $100 to this vacation envelope. Oh, and we are stuffing today a total of $1,220. Date night, we don't really go out a lot because of the situation right now, but however, we would like to go out and have a bit of a date night going on, type thing going on. So I'm going to add $30 to this fund for date night. Gifting, we don't have a separate Christmas envelope, so our gifting and Christmas is going to be combined in this one envelope. We're not huge Christmas gift buyers, so just as long as we do have some money to go to get a couple of gifts for loved ones, we're good to go. So I'm going to add $50 to the gifting envelope. And next, I saw this on someone's channel. I cannot remember the name of the channel, but they had an unbudgeted envelope, and the rationale was that if you need a little extra money, say you're a little short in an envelope, you need a little extra money, you can go to your unbudgeted envelope. So it's sort of like your little overflow envelope to have a little extra money here to pull from if needed. So I'm just going to put $10 in here. But I just thought that was the cutest little idea, so I decided to adopt it when I ordered my envelopes. And that is all for this binder. Close this up, pop that down, and then I'm going to move on to my binder. And this is just my personal money binder. And the way that my husband and I have things set up, we do have joint accounts where we have a joint account where all of our expenses come out of, as far as our mortgage and taxes, you know, as far as house taxes, insurance, things of that nature, any subscriptions or memberships or anything like that we have, they all come out of that one account. Then we also have a second account, which is spending, and that's where we put our grocery money and eating out money. And we both have debit cards for that account, so that, you know, if I'm out somewhere and want to pick up something, or he's out, you know, nobody has to worry about, you know, having the cash with them. So we have debit cards for that. And we also order a lot of groceries, so it is best to kind of have that separate account. And with that separate account, once we've spent the money in there, then there's nothing else that we can buy at that point, you know. So we have to really budget that money that's allotted into those accounts. And so for the spending account, we normally allot $250 for groceries bi-weekly, and then $250 for eating out bi-weekly. And I mean, it can mesh and mix together, you know, because sometimes we may not eat out at all. Other times we may eat out a little bit more than others. Like around the holidays, we tended to eat out a little bit more. So, and anything left in there just kind of rolls over to the next pay period. So we do that. And then we also have a joint savings account, which is the 6K challenge. That's where that money will go to. And then we also have our separate individual accounts, and we have our own separate kind of allowance that goes in there, and it is $300 each bi-weekly. So this is how I allocate my personal money here. And donations, I'm going to put $20 into donations. So this is separate from any other giving that we do, but this is just out of my personal money, just to have some, you know, some bucks on hand. You know, when you're coming out of the store and someone is taking up money for something, and if you feel like you want to contribute, then, you know, you've got some bucks on hand. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. $20 for that. Okay, next is gas, and I do work from home, so I don't have huge gas expenses. So I'm only going to allocate $10 to this. And so I normally have to put gas in the car. I'm just going to add 2 5s. I normally have to put gas in the car maybe once a month. And you know, if it comes down to anything like oil changes, that, you know, we have our automotive envelope that you saw a little bit earlier, but this is just gas, and again, maybe once a month I'll have to put gas in the car. Personal, now this is just some personal money that I like to have on hand if there's something that I want to go and get and buy. And I'm going to just put 2 20s and 2 5s. Allocate 50 bucks. Oh, bring this back on. Here we are, personal money. And I'll kind of zoom in a little bit on here. Personal money is going to get a 50. So we got 2 20s and 2 5s. Okay, push that down in there. Okay. Next is just fun money, and this is sort of really like below money for me. And I did order some envelopes, guys, so they will be coming in. I wasn't sure what categories I wanted, or if I wanted to actually budget out my personal money, but I felt that it would be cool to go ahead and do that and put it in my cash envelopes. So I did order some more envelopes that'll be coming in this week. So for fun, this is really for stuff that you want to just really just blow some money on and not feel bad about it. And I'm going to allocate 30 bucks. So we got 10, 20, 25, 30. That's going to go into the fun envelope. Okay, so hustle, I have this new channel here, and then I also have a second channel as well. And so I like to put a little money to the side for the channels. Luckily, well, neither one of these channels has cost a lot to get started, or the other hasn't cost a lot to maintain. So, but there are things that I do need to buy here and there for the channel. And so that's $40 that I'm going to allocate to the hustle. Next is Louis Vuitton. And I did this envelope because I do really like Louis Vuitton, but I don't like Louis Vuitton prices. And it's really, really hard for me to buy something even though I do like the brand. So I figured, why not do an envelope and save up for it. And right now I do have something in mind that I want, and I'll pop it right up on the screen here so you can see that item. And I'm not sure, you know, probably once I save up the money, I don't know if I'll still want it, but I just hate to impulse buy things. And like I said, Louis Vuitton is not cheap. So I'm going to allocate money here, and once I save up the amount of money I need to purchase the item, if I still want it, I'll get it. If I decide that I'd rather do something else with the money, then I'll do that. But I'm going to allocate $100 to the Louis Vuitton fund. And then my very last envelope is my own savings challenge, and my challenge this year is to save $2K. So I'm going to add 50 bucks into here, and I've already marked it off on the back. I'm going to flip this over, so I knew I would put 50 in here. So I've already marked it off for February, the $50. And so I am behind. I've got to catch up January, the first 2 paychecks. So I do plan to do that pretty soon. And then there's also some bonus amounts on here that I hope to catch up or pick up those bonus amounts as the year goes on. But I did add in 50 for that. And that is pretty much it. Oh, and those were down here at the bottom. The Hustle, Louis Vuitton, and 2K Savings Challenge, since those are going to be more sinking funds that are going to stay in here. Thank you all for joining me today. Again, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. That lets me know that you all want to see more of these types of videos as well. So thank you all for joining me today, and until next time, as I say on my other channel, take care of yourself and each other. Bye, y'all.